Yo, good morning. This is your man Levon. Welcome to my channel, Levon Says. This morning, we're going to be talking about being firm and focused and getting the job done. You dig? Let's get it. Real quick, I want to read to you 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, right? I'll give you the scripture, and then after that, we're going to break it down and get into it, right? It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. 1 Corinthians 15, 58. Let's talk about it. But before we get into the lesson, please like this video, right? Don't cost you nothing to hit the like button, and it don't cost you nothing to subscribe to the channel. It actually helps the channel to grow. It actually helps to get the content out when you take just a second to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you really want more content, more videos, hit that bell notification so you're always notified whenever I upload content. You dig? All right? Don't hurt you to hit the like button and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Now that we got that out the way, let's get into the lesson. So, want to talk to you this morning about being firm and being focused, right? Being firm, being focused, and forward progress. Firm, focus, forward progress. All right? When something is firm, it's steady. It doesn't have a lot of play in it. You dig? Because it's firm. It's something that you can trust in, right? When something is firm. So the reason why we can trust in something that's firm is because it doesn't have a lot of play. It doesn't have a lot of wiggle room. You dig? Right? And we can trust in it. We ain't got to think about it. We don't have to examine it. You know, we ain't got to study it. We just have a trust, and we have a knowing in that trust. Why? Because it's firm. It's firm. It's fixed. It doesn't have a lot of wiggle room and play in it. So we can trust it, right? Like a chair or like a couch or like, you know, when you get in your car and put your key in the ignition and start your car, right? You don't even think about it. You just trust that it's going to start. You just trust when you go to sit down in the chair, it's going to hold you up. You trust these things. Why? Because it's firm. There's no play in it, right? The same way we ought to be with our walk. Our walk ought to be firm and ought not be no play in our walk. You dig what I'm saying? See, this is the reason why people can be, you know, swayed and they can be, you know, not totally decided in their mind and have a focus and have a firm, decisive, you know, bone in their body. You know what I'm saying? You know how people are wishy-washy. They say they're going to do one thing and then they wind up doing something else, right? Or they were standing firm on what they said, and then all of a sudden they fold. They get off. You know what I'm saying? They cave in. Why? Because they weren't firm. They had too much play. You know what I'm saying? When you walking this thing out, you can't have no play. You got to stand on what you believe. You dig what I'm saying? You got to be firm in what you believe, right? And that leads us to being focused. You can't be wishy-washy and still be focused. You got to be firm and you got to be focused. Focus on what you're doing. Pay attention. Have a plan in place. You know what I'm saying? Strategize. Have something to where, you know, you can be reminded of what your focus is. You can stay the course. Why? Because you're firm and you're focused. You're not distracted by all these outside things. You're not worried about all these outside entities, right? Because you're firm and you're focused. Message. There's so many things to distract us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be social media, which is a really, really big distraction, y'all. You know, social media and Instagram and Facebook and, you know, what's the other thing? TikTok and, you know, all these different platforms. It's so many distractions out there. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't social media, then it's you know, for fellas, it's women. Women is a major, major distraction, right? Getting off focus and worrying about this one and that one and who she with, what she doing, and, you know, and trying to plot and plan and how we gonna do this and do that. It's a distraction, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn to be able to put, as men, be able to put these distractions down so we can be focused and hear what God is telling us. We cannot hear with our heart what God is telling us if we listening to a female, if we listening to the news, if we listening to social media, if we listening to our partners and what they got going on and what they doing, instead of us being firm and focused. You know what I'm saying? Got to put the distractions down, because that's what they are. The distractions, they come to hinder you. They come to get you off and not do what you've been assigned and called to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to a point to where we're not so easily distracted. You know, I remember a time when, you know, wasn't no cell phones. You know, this is before beepers. You dig? You had a rotary phone. You used that sucker at home. And once you left the house, that was it. You had to be focused on where you was going, right? Because you had to get that bus at a certain time. It had to get you to a certain destination where you supposed to hook up with your partners or your crew or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is before cell phones and beepers, y'all. So you had to do things in a timely manner. That means you had to be focused. You had to be firm on what you said, because if you had a whole bunch of people waiting on you, but you late because you wasn't focused, right? Or because, you know, you said you was going to do this and you was going to do that, right? And then all of a sudden, you got people waiting on you, or, you know, you were distracted. So now you weren't able to take care of business and do what you were supposed to do. And it just sets everything else back. You might have even missed out. This is how it was back in the day, right? You might even missed out. Why? Because you got distracted and you wasn't focused on what you're supposed to be doing. Happens all the time. And so now that we have social media, now that we have cell phones and we have all these other kind of distractions, right, to capture our attention and capture our focus, we're very easily distracted. It's time out for that. You got to get firm, man. You got to get focused on what you're supposed to be doing, so that way you can be successful. Successful people are not easily distracted. Take that to the bank. You want to be successful? Get some focus in your life. You know what I'm saying? You want to be successful? Get some firmness in your life and stop playing. Stop having a bunch of play in you. That's why people can't trust you. It says, be ye steadfast. You dig? Be ye steadfast. Be ye firm. Okay? And be unmovable. What does that mean? Listen, sometimes you got to turn stuff off. Sometimes you got to turn the phone off. You got to turn the TV off. You dig? You got to turn the radio off. You got to turn stuff off. You got to be focused on what you're doing. Why? Because if you're not, you're going to get distracted. When you have distractions, then you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, then you have to go back and apologize, or you have to do it over again. You have to correct things, all because of not being focused. You dig? How many times have we been doing something and we've got distracted? We hear, you know, we listen to, you know, different things in the background while we're trying to do, we call it multitasking, right? But a lot of times we can't multitask because we need to focus on one particular thing. And then when you focus on that thing, complete it, right? It says, be ye steadfast, unmovable, right? Always, not sometimes, not when I feel like it, not when it's convenient for me and it fits my purposes and it works along with my plan, but always. That means from the time you wake up, all throughout the day, regardless of what you're doing, even to the time you lay your head and go to bed, always means always. Always abounding in the work. Always about. What does that mean? Always abounding in the work. I mean, we can't be in church all the time. You know what I'm saying? We can't do certain things just constantly, right? You can pray all the time. You can encourage others all the time. You can show love all the time. You dig? So there are certain things that we can be doing. We're supposed to be abounding in the work. That means always looking toward doing the work. There's something to be done in the kingdom. Always, at all time. Someone needs the word. There's someone needs support. You dig? This is what it means by abounding in the work of the Lord. Never thought about it like that. Are you constantly doing something that's helping others? That's involving the work of the Lord some kind of way? I don't care whether it's ministry, right? Whether it's feeding the homeless, checking on the widows, going to the jail cells, or going to the hospitals, right? Praying with folks, talking to folks, encouraging folks, leading folks to Christ, enlightening their understanding, listening to people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people need to be listened to. They just need to be listened to. So when you listen to them, then you can hear them with your heart. That's when you can reach them where they're at. Abounding in the work, right? It could be online, or social media, whether you're doing videos or whether you're sending out positive and encouraging messaging. You know what I'm saying? It's abounding in the work. If you're giving, not just your money, but your time, your talent, your treasure, find the time to give, because we can find the time to give. If we can do all this other stuff that we want to do, right, that fits our lifestyle, then why can't we take out a little time to abound in the work, to stay focused, and to be firm in what God has assigned us to do and get it done? You dig? Okay. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. It's the same way with what I was talking about the other day with as far as us as men valuing ourselves and holding ourselves to a higher standard. Why? Because we're firm. We're not wishy-washy. We're not up one minute and down the next, or, we're not over here looking at this female or over here looking at, see how much money we can make over here. Wait, say what? Because we're firm on what God has assigned us to do. And we're focused. We're not getting distracted by all these other things, right? And then we're moving forward with the work. That's always abounding in the Lord. Moving forward. And listen, you ain't got to know everything. You ain't got to be this all knowledgeable, all knowing, type person. Just do what the Lord has assigned you to do. You dig? But you got to take the time out to seek his face and to search his word to find out what it is he wants you to do. But when he tells you what to do, that's when you need to get firm. Don't be playing with it. Shouldn't be no play in us, right? Because when there's play in us, then people can't be secure and trust in us, because we got play in us, right? Rather than being firm, and it's firm, and you can trust it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it there being no play. Wait, hold on. No. It's firm. and you're focused. People can trust you because they know that you're focused on what you're doing. You're not playing. You're not distracted. You're not, okay, I'll get back to it. Or I started it, but I didn't finish. But I had every intention. No. When you're firm and there's no play in you and what you've been assigned to do, and when you're focused, you're not being distracted by all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? By money and things and women and, you know, all this other stuff. When you're focused, then you can move forward. See, a lot of times that's why we can't move forward, because we're not focused. You can't move forward in your relationship because you ain't focused on it. You focus on everybody else except your relationship. You can't move forward in the job because you're not focused. You're looking at the next job. You're trying to figure out how you can get some more bread when you ain't got this secure and totally right. You know what I'm saying? How can we move forward with what God has told us to do and be successful in it, right? Not have a bunch of failures and not have a bunch of mishaps. The way to do that is be obedient to the scripture. See, you don't have to know it all. It says, for as much as ye know. So it's according to knowledge, right? As much knowledge that you have, that's what you need to be firm and focus on and move forward in. I know that's right. And as your knowledge grows, right? As you become more knowledgeable and God increases your understanding in the scriptures and in the word, then you'll be able to move in this world and in this life with firmness, with focus, and moving forward in him. Nobody will be able to tell you nothing. Nobody will be able to shut the door on you. Nobody will be able to tell you, you know, anything else besides what God has already confirmed, right? So just want to encourage you on today. Be firm, right? It says, be ye. It's telling you how to be. Be ye steadfast. Fellas, when it comes to dealing with ladies, be steadfast. Stand on your principles. Stand on your morals. Don't be wishy-washy, because they looking at you. They looking at you to see, are you going to stand on what you say or are you going to fold? They watching, and they may not even tell you. You may not even know, but trust me, somebody is watching to see if you're going to stand firm and you're going to be focused. I don't care if that's your kids, your job, you know, somebody on social media. Somebody is always watching to see if you're going to be firm and if you're going to be focused. And then if you're going to move forward with the agenda, if you're going to move forward with the assignment, what God has told you to do. You did? Just want to encourage y'all on today with being firm, being focused, and moving forward. And it's coming out of 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. You feel me? This is your man, Levon. This has been Levon Says. Thank you for joining me this morning for this encouraging word. Please remember that you can stay firm and not have no play in you so people can trust you. You can be focused, okay? You can be unmovable so you're not having all these distractions and then you're getting off of what you're supposed to do. And you can always abound in the work of the Lord. In some kind of way, you could be working for the kingdom, pushing the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Building up the kingdom. Because that's what we've been called to do. It's not according to you have to have all this knowledge. It's according to what ye know. For as much as ye know, that's what you do. People say, well, man, I can only do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that. Then do what you know. And if you don't know, learn, right? You can learn. You can find out what it is that you need to find out, and then you can expand your knowledge so you will know. But that what you know to do it. One love, your man Levon. Remember, Lamella E. Love, uplift, motivate, inspire, learn, laugh, encourage, and in light. That is this channel's purpose. One love. Be blessed. I'm out.